Alright, this match is just about to start. We've got Phil who's DDD and Val who's playing the Lucario, so let's see how this match goes on.
This is in.
Hello there.
Hello. Right, so we've got Phil and Vile. Now these are two. Vile's being Lucario, who we've seen on stream quite a bit, doing some cool things. Being Lucario, being cool. Phil, on the other hand, is someone that I self-appointed as the drunken master of DDD.
Right.
He's a... Huh?
No, I heard that he's the world's, the UK's best DDD. Or is that a bit stretched?
Yeah. No, he's not quite the UK's best DDD. There's a few others.
Right.
But he is the hypest.
Okay.
Because what he does, I think the source of his power lies in alcohol.
Right, so he's like the drunken fighter, basically.
Exactly.
Right.
So what we'll probably see him do is some things that seem so crazy and so bizarre, but will work. And it'll be amazing.
That literally, you cannot predict his playstyle because it's so... Yeah,
there we go. See?
That was such a good move. Beautiful.
He's going to eat the Ursa. He's going to send it back. Right at Val.
I mean, that practically acts as a reflector.
Well, exactly. That's one of the new strengths. It's been buffed in this game to make it have that ability, which is really good for DD.
Yeah.
Just gives him an option to deal with projectiles in a way he never had in the last game. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Bringing that hammer down. Deceptively low lag as well, catching Val.
Yeah.
But he's going to take it.
Unfortunately, Lucario does get open and takes his stock, so now it's 2-piece. Although Phil is still ahead, but of course we've got Lucario's aura. His rage could possibly take it back.
Yeah, well, consistently what's mentioned about DD in his strength is how hard it is to kill him.
Yeah.
Lucario's not going to have that problem if things go well for him. Because Lucario obviously has such a crazy kill power. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. On the other hand, of course, DD can take out Lucario pretty quick. I like that catch. The Fearless pulling that out. Oh, late hit on the F smash though. Not going to do it.
I mean, the way I see it, it's technically even because Lucario does have... His rage is going to be at max very soon. Like, when he gets... it's basically max now, but...
But he needs to make use of that chance. Like, obviously, we're talking about how important that chance is. So when it came, he needs to make sure he's killing for it. But that's not what he got right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lucario does take the stock. We're going to have to see what Val has up his sleeve. Hopefully, he can try and bring it back and hopefully clutch out this game.
For sure, yeah. I like his ledge pressure as well, keeping Phil here, making it very hard for him to get stuff going. But Phil using the Gordo as an ambassador to win neutral for him.
Yeah, no, Val has to be careful not to... I was going to say Val should be careful not to let Phil take any more credit, but he does manage to make it even. So hopefully he can carry this momentum and then find a way to take out Didi, considering how he's such a heavy character.
Oh, for sure.
Hard to knock him out.
I like Phil mixing up these grabs as well, catching the potential counter. And yeah, this damage is building.
Yeah, I was going to say Lucario needs to be careful not to get grabbed too much because obviously...
Oh, nice setup there. Really like it.
Yeah.
Well, that was a really smart recovery mix-up as well. Coming around, using all the angles he had at his disposal.
Yeah, way to go around it.
For sure. Now it's got...
Wait,
oh my lord!
Wow! Okay, that looked... I feel that was unexpected. He probably didn't realize that was going to kill at that point, so maybe the DI was slightly off, I'm not sure, but... yeah, I was saying before, with the rage mechanic, Lucario could potentially take it, potentially bring it around, and that's what happened.
Man, that was at 58%. It is rare that you see DDD dying at percents like that.
You never see DDD die at 58%.
Yeah.
Never.
You're lucky to see DDD die before 120, let alone 50.
I mean, I've seen Snakes live up to over 200%.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, just getting that on the fair. He sort of spaced him around. He knew that option was coming because I think most DDDs, you will see them land with aerials quite a lot, be it fair or nair, because they are fairly low lag and he gets good reward off them. The Val obviously switched on, knew that was probably coming and made a Punisher.
It doesn't seem like Phil is phased by that. He's laughing. He's still having a good time.
Oh yeah.
He probably sees that he can take this to game 3, and then. But it's too early to obviously count out Vile. We had to see how the match goes and see what happens.
That was almost a shield break.
Very almost, actually, yeah.
Yeah, Phil's got a very strong mentality in the way that you, I guess, oh, he's going for that again.
Yes,
But I'd say you kind of divide the layers of the quality of players sort of across the UK, and for people at sort of his level, Phil has a better mentality than most of them. Based on, I think he very much, like, he's trying to win, but also he knows what he wants out of the game. And I think in a really strong way. So I think it's rare to see him get phased the way that other players can. So he'll probably take this into his stride.
Yeah. Phil's done a very good job keeping him out, spacing him with his tools, the Gordo, and using the neutral B as a second option, just in case if that didn't work, he can reset the pressure. And yeah, he takes the stock with the neutral air. So.
Oh, that's gonna be the big body slam.
Val's using too much counters, I think, at the edge. Like, he's waiting to see how Val reacts before he commits to a move.
Yeah.
And obviously the counter's gonna leave him open, so.
This is looking like an entirely different Val right now. I wonder if he's feeling some pressure after taking game 1, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, Phil didn't seem too phased by that first game.
Exactly.
Like, he's definitely got this game in his stride, and at this point, I feel it's starting to snowball a bit, where Val's starting to lose some kind of the momentum he had in the first game. Like, maybe his confidence is a bit shaken, you know, evident by the...
What? Don't know.
Sorry.
Fully what happened there. That was surprising interaction. I think Gordon might have cancelled the knockback.
Yeah, I was... That actually interrupted what I was saying. I noticed that the Gordon just, like, cancelled all kinds of momentum.
It's got 140 though, and yeah, this is looking very much in Phil's favour. Which is always a surprise. You usually expect the player who went down the game to find things more difficult, but it looks like the pressure's on Vile and he is feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that counter that you pointed out, getting caught again.
Yeah, I feel that's like a sign of nervousness, like if you're doing such unsafe moves like that, but he still manages to get the stock, but he has a lot to go. He has a very big hill to climb if he is to take this, you know, this game and move on in winners.
Yeah, I think something I've seen Vile struggle with in the past, like from commentating his Ooh, yeah, gonna land on top of him. That's gonna be a JV3.
Dash attack takes it.
But yeah, from what I've seen of Vile in the past, he's had a lot of like taking game 1 and then just struggled to close out sets. And felt, I guess, a bit of nerves, which as Lucario's a character that if you've got nerves, it's very hard to play. Because he shines in those nervous, close situations. So if you're holding yourself back in that way, it's going to limit that power.
Yeah, it'll cause you to be less aggressive, which Lucario's playstyle is pretty much all about.
Yeah, you need to think about how it's your opponent who's terrified in those situations. When you're 140, yes, you could die to a lot, but your opponent's the scared one most of the time.
Yeah, because your opponent doesn't want to suffer the benefits of what Lucario has currently at the time where he's at high percent. Alright, so we're on to game 3. And at the moment, it's Phil still taking the lead here. He's still got a bit of momentum. A lot of moves that are unfortunate there. A lot of moves that Phil's pushing out is actually connected with the Gordons quite well. Like a lot of his grabs going through, the Gordon's obviously connected as well. Like, it all seems kind of natural for him.
Yeah, he's set. So he did play DDD as well in Smash 4, which is... I know there's a few people who are newer to DDD with the game because the character's now a lot better, but Phil does have that experience.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, DDD have a new options with his neutral B, being able to suck up projectiles and basically throw them back at the opponent.
Well, there, we saw it there immediately as you're talking. Yeah, Phil is definitely playing with a good amount of confidence. I like his dash movement as well.
Yeah,
the Vile, I think, is bouncing back after that SD.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, Vile, after going behind in a rough situation there, has really sort of adapted well. But he is still getting caught out by a few stray hits.
Yeah, Val needs to be a bit more careful with me, because at this point, Diddy's...
Oh, that's going to catch.
Well, I was going to say Diddy was out of rage, but he does manage to get the Gordo to work against him, so now he's down one stop. But, I mean, I still feel like even because if he can keep his composure, Val can definitely bring this back to a point where he can take it stop. But unfortunately, that's the second time I believe his recovery kind of went off key.
And they're two very central moments of Lucario. You don't want to be dying those because that's when the character's really shining. It's a shame to have that happen twice.
Yeah, I feel at this point he's probably fearing that he might lose this game into, he's losing this game and fearing that he might go into losers. But you have to like be calm in this situation. You have to make sure that you can close this game out. Because think back to when you won the first game. What did I do right? What can I do again to make sure that I take this game?
And that was part of it. That's what he did right on game 1. Those F smashes. That's going to do another really early stock.
So, like, this is still possible for Val. If he can just keep his composure, rack up more % while he's in rage, and with Lucario's comeback factor, he can definitely close this game out. Just like he did in game 1.
Yeah. Floyd needs to be aware of. I think I'd like to see Phil go for more landing there as opposed to these weird sort of landing neutral beats he's doing. Because landing there would confirm in a really nice situation like you saw there. It almost set him up now. Oh, he catches the Gordo.
That was a very good relay there. Right, so I feel like Phil might be doing more neutral beats to try and reflect the Lucario when he charges Aura's Field.
Oh, is that? That's a lot of damage.
That was very close.
Val's really bringing this close now.
Oh, needs to be more aware of that Gordo coming down. See?
Oh, yeah, I like what he tried. He had an idea, but
yeah.
Oh, F-throw.
That might.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunate. Val almost brought that back.
Yeah, that was a very close game there. Like when he did the force palm, that was like the first signs of potentially him coming back.
So he'll move on.
He couldn't exactly get the clutch there. I feel it went downhill when he tried to counter that Gordo and he mistimed it and he got hit for the damage, and that was probably what could have been the difference between him dying from the grab. But yeah, we'll see Phil move on into winners and Bio moving down to losers. So we're just going to wait for our next game to come down.
That's the one that's happening.
That's the one? That's the next one. Okay. What up, Super?